So how'd you get to be so down?
Hey, thanks for touching base. I'm Stewart Richlin from 420LawOffice.com. You know, when you take a look at your Google searches for whatever medical condition you have nowadays, you'll see that there's cutting-edge research about how medical marijuana may be of service to you, and your physician may have already recommended medical marijuana for you. Here in the state of California, physicians are certainly free and even encouraged by the California Board of Medical Examiners to recommend medical marijuana. They can't prescribe it, though, because federal law prohibits that. And then there's the issue of getting the marijuana for the patient. California law allows defenses for that, but federal law does not. It's a quagmire of rules. It's complicated because the federal penalties can go up to 20 years and more. They can include loss of federal positions or benefits. They can include loss of an ability to complete one's citizenship. They can even go into issues such as loss of property, money, and freedom. So it's very important that anyone who makes any kind of decisions about medical marijuana in their own life be fully informed of the ups and downs of that decision. As to state law does allow the defense for medical marijuana for patients, for their caregivers, and for co-ops and collectives. But you can't mix and match the elements of those defenses. Like poker hands, you need to know the exact element of each one of those defenses and understand how those elements exist independently. And you can't mix and match the elements among the different defenses. And then finally, there's local law. Does your city allow medical marijuana activity? Are there zoning problems in your city? Does your city need to be challenged in court? So, my services exist on all of those levels, and even if someone, God forbid, has a problem where they get a prosecution, my services are here to provide expert witness testimony to help juries understand that that person, let's say, in the situations that I've seen, really did try to follow state law and really substantially did comply with the state law elements for state defense. So, I'm pleased to say that my services sort of break down along those lines. The first service that I offer is a $500 consultation, and that is a 1-hour consultation, which includes my book on the topic. It's about 108 pages. This is the 9th edition of it, and it contains unique information that you just won't be able to get anywhere else. It's copyrighted, and it's literally made by me. Here's an example of a page. This is about how people exit collectives. Or here's a page that describes the 3 defenses: the collective defense, the caregiver defense, and the individual defense. Here's an interesting page that I want to show you. Something about child protective services, and another page called "Is There Legitimate Delivery in California?" These are questions that people ask me all the time, and I'm honored to give them the benefit of my 28 years as an attorney and 8 years focusing on this topic. One of the other services that I offer is the $1,000 upsell. It's another book, and you've sort of seen the way that my books look. They are full of graphics so that they are easy to understand, and this one in particular has a checklist and step-by-step instructions on how to perfect a nonprofit corporation. And the reason, of course, that's important is because California law provides in the jury instructions for medical marijuana that a defendant charged with possession for sale is not guilty if the jury shall find that defendant possessed marijuana, defendant was a medical marijuana patient with a note from a physician here in the state, and defendant was a member of a co-op or collective which cultivated for medical purposes. Well, I'm sure glad you stopped by. I'm very proud and happy to lend my legal services and know-how to the patient community. Take a look at the site and give me a call for an appointment anytime. Take care.
So how'd you get to be so down?